this video, I'll step through how to set up a template for printing labels. There's two types of labels that you can do. One version will print up one label per part number that's on a nest. So in this example here, since we have 3 parts, it would print up 3 labels with the idea that you would stick that label on the outside of a container and then put the individual parts into the container. The other version, it'll print up one label per part that's on the nest. So we'll take a look at that second version of that label template first. So on our CAM tab, we go into your process area, and then you can click on your report icon. And then you can choose any report, which will modify and then save it with a new name. So once you're in here, first thing you're going to want to do is File menu and then Edit Templates. F5 is the shortcut key for that. That'll toggle you between the template and the actual report. And then once you're in here, File and then New Template. And give it whatever name you like. Up here at the top, you can see that the name of our template has changed. And then File, Clear, so a blank template to work with. Next thing we'll want to do is set up the size of our labels and margins. So you can click on this page setup icon here. Down here, lower right hand corner, if you want to zoom in, you can zoom in. And then over here on the right, you want to choose the All Parts table. And then click on Insert Table. And in this case, we're going to do a label printer. Over here on the right are all the different fields that you can put onto this label template. Probably makes sense to have an image of the part on there. So if you double click on this image, it'll put an image placeholder there. And if you want to see what you've created so far, go to File, Save, and then again either F5 or Generate Report. And then we would have one label for each part that's on that nest. If we want to edit this further, F5 brings us back to the template. So we probably want to have something like the part name on there. So here's our name. As you click on these down at the bottom, it'll show you whatever value will be printed up. Go to name, double click on it, and that would be the name. Control S, F5, and now we've got the part name there. F5 to edit further. If we want to change the height of this row, you can right click and choose Format Table and increase this. If you go too far, it'll spill onto a second page. This would print an extra label at the end, which we probably wouldn't want, so let's reduce that a little bit. Right click, Format Table, and we'll go 1.6. If we want to change the position of this image on the label, left click on it, then right click, Format, and we'll choose the square option here. And if we're going to do left, and OK. And let's do Control S, F5 again. So things are coming together here. F5. You can also drag this around. If I right click now, go into Format, you'll see that this has changed other position. You do want to make sure that you keep this as Move Object with Text. And if we click over here, part name, if we want to move that down, we can. Right now this is basically centered in the free area here. If you click on this icon here, we can have it more left aligned. You can hit enter. If we want maybe quantity on here, we'll hit enter, do a little space there. and QTY, quantity. Maybe we want the X and Y part size dimensions. The operator has an idea how large the part should be. Size X, space X, size Y. Let's save that. Let's see what we've got. Okay, maybe we want fewer places after the decimal. Maybe we want the little inch symbol after those measurements. F5 back into our template. So if I left click on this field here, it highlights the entire field. Versus, of course, if you just highlight on text, it just puts the cursor where you left click. But left click on a field highlights the entire field, and then you can right click and properties and different properties that you can assign to that field. This is how many places will be after the decimal. Change that to 2. Probably want to check this preserve formatting box here. Text to be inserted after. We'll put the little quotation mark. And then we'll do the same thing on the Y. Properties. 2. And save that. F5. If you put a field on here that you don't want, maybe you look at this and realize, well, we really don't need the quantity field because we're going to have a label for every part anyways. Can go F5 back to our template. If you left click on a field, when it's highlighted like this, you can right click and remove. And then of course we can just backspace and get rid of that. And then if you're happy with everything, you're good to go. You can just close out of here. And then the next time that you come in, click on the report icon and you'll have that new template that you just made. And then you can just print that up. Now let's go ahead and quickly do the other template format for the labels. So back to File, Edit Templates. Zoom in again here. And File, New Template. Something like that. And then again, File, Clear. Set up our size. Now over here on the right, choose the Sheet Parts table. And then again, Insert Table, Label Printer, and we'll do the image. And stick the name in there. Let's see what we've got so far. Control S. And so in this case here we get 3 labels and F5. So on this one it would probably make sense to have the quantity on there. So let's right click on this and again format. We'll do the square, left, and we'll click up there again and left, space, enter, come to the end here, space, QTY. Oh, let's put another little space there, quantity, and quantity, and what else? Oh, let's change our row height here, format table, again 1.6 for this one. If we want to, we can change the size of this image since we're not putting that much information on here. Control S, F5. And then again, if that looks good, now we've got our new template. Close out of here, and then again, next time we come in, choose either one label for every part or one label for every part number. If you have any questions on that, let me know. Thanks.